in the room. We are moving. We New Year now. Actually, this podcast we're going out.
Oh, that's a very good question.
It might actually be in the New Year. We're actually
yes.
stacked up, yeah.
It might not
Happy
be.
New Year!
Or Merry Christmas!
Or Merry Christmas, depending where this one goes out. Year 2 of the podcast. Yoshimi Douglas-Street, Operations Director at MACE. Thank you for coming down.
Thank you for having me.
Anyone who takes on the M25 to come and see us, we get a little bit more appreciation for those people.
Thank you.
So we're tackling that. Yeah, it's very nice for us to know. How was your journey?
Longer than anticipated. Yeah, I did leave early because I thought, right, I'll get here on time and prep and everything. And then, unpredictable M25, but I'm here.
Yeah,
that's
thanks for coming down.
Thank you for inviting me.
No, yeah, it's brilliant. It was it. I know we met at the CITB Awards,
we did,
didn't we?
Yeah. Top 100 women.
6 to 8 weeks ago now. It's gone quick, isn't it?
That was a great night.
It was good crack, wasn't it?
Really good night.
And then we were actually talking about it the other day because it was the first student night of the year as well, wasn't it? When we spoke to Will in the office here. He couldn't believe, why is the town so busy?
Oh, really?
Like that.
Was it?
It was all the students just turning up. When we walked out, there was queues everywhere. It's like the whole place was pumping. But the night in itself was good crack, wasn't it?
Yeah, really good.
I apologise for whatever I've said. We had a few Guinnesses.
No, not at all.
You were there, was you? You didn't come? No, you did come. Yeah, Will come. Yeah, sorry.
How was you there?
He doesn't bring much presents, so don't think.
Brilliant. There might be a record there's a 2 minutes in.
If you go through every podcast, there's a bit
Does he get slated?
You see me and he can't say anything because he's got no speaker, so he just sits.
Cheers.
Yeah, it was good crack. Obviously, Claire since you. I spoke to her a few times on the phone. Claire Yelland.
Yeah, she's a good one. Good egg. She is a really good egg.
So not only are you Operations Director at MACE, you're also Women Can Golf.
Ladies Can Golf.
Sorry,
yeah.
Ladies Can Golf.
Co-founder of Ladies Can Golf.
Co-founder of Ladies Can Golf.
Yeah.
You're a big golfer as of the last few years, though.
As of the last 3 years, yeah.
3 years.
3 years. Ladies Can Golf has been going for 18 months, so it's still fairly new.
Is it? Yeah.
But growing in a really good way.
Is it?
Really good
Brilliant.
way.
So what's it about? Is it industry-based or all round?
Both.
Everything?
So it first started, my partner, Anna Brown, shout out to Anna, who I was playing golf with today, actually. We squeezed nine holes in, so that was good.
Yeah.
So we started learning together 3 years ago, met through golf, just clicked, hit it off.
Yep.
She became like my golf partner. We used to go and play quick 9 holes or whatever, in between school runs and drop-offs, etc. And then as we were learning, we just found that there wasn't really a ladies' community that, one, if they wanted to just go and do 9 holes, they could, or if they wanted to do 5 holes, they could. It wasn't a rigid kind of, right, you've got to play 18 and that's it.
Yeah. Because it's a big commitment, 18 hours,
correct,
isn't it?
yeah. And I think a lot of people, before they get into golf, think that is what you have to do.
Yeah.
I thought that as well.
Yeah.
As well as thought it was quite a boring sport because I'm a team player rather than an individual.
Yeah, it's big difference.
But I love it. I've got the bug. She's got the bug.
Playing every week?
Trying to, yeah. When the weather's good. We're not really rain players.
Yeah.
We don't mind the cold.
Fine
And we'll get out of that,
Yeah.
So as we were learning, we just found that there wasn't really that community out there. And unfortunately, there still is that separation within golf clubs.
Yeah.
It may not be conscious. I would say it's probably unconscious.
Yeah.
However, there is still a bit of it, and females are a bit timid to go out and play on the course when there's men there.
Yeah. It is a frightening world, isn't it? Because I've only been playing golf since construction sports started going, really. I'm still no good at it. But I'll turn up and swing a stick at it and see what goes. But you turn up, the car park is predominantly full of nice cars.
Yeah.
Every set of golf clubs is worth a lot of money.
Yeah.
Everyone looks the part.
Yeah.
90% shit.
Yeah. No, but you're totally right, Steve.
But yeah.
100%. Because
persona of it all, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%. And I've learned I've experienced since being able to play golf, whereas throughout my career I was invited to so many golf days and didn't go because, one, I didn't think I didn't play. I didn't think I was good enough. I thought you had to be really good to play.
Yeah.
Look the part, know exactly what you're doing. Now I go on them. Majority of the guys don't have a clue what they're doing, or they're not that great.
Yeah.
And I think it's
all a front.
Yeah, kind of. And it's a piss up, really.
Yeah, it is.
And networking.
Yeah.
It's
Cara
a great
Thompson. Do you know Cara? I think I mentioned before, actually. Cara Thompson.
No.
She's on client side of stuff. Works at Faction. She got to exactly the same thing. She just started it in the last year. She's expecting a baby at the moment, so I'm not sure she's playing too much at the moment. But she was like, I was fed up with just getting invited to these days and not being able to be part of it, even though I'm being asked to be there. So I'm just going to join them.
Yeah.
And she's pushing into it. She's pushing a golf little network. So aside from now, I think expecting a baby very soon.
Yeah.
But she was really keen for it, and she's really pushing. But I will put you in touch.
Yeah, no, 100%. That'd be great.
So I think because you did it with Claire as well, didn't you? Claire went with you the first time.
So we did we launched our first Women in Construction Golf Experience Day back in June.
Yep.
And that was the one that Claire came on.
Yeah.
And she loved it. Like, she'd never played it before, and a lot of the females there had never played. So we had 3 female pros that came on the day that did like beginner workshops.
Yeah, brilliant.
And then the rest of us that could play, we went and played 9 holes.
Yeah.
And then there was, brunch and a panel with regards to women in construction. But it was encouraging ladies within the industry, whether they're admin, HR, or actually out on the field, to all to get together, which probably they wouldn't normally do in the workplace.
Yep.
And network and chat and meet different people in different industries.
Yeah,
and it was a really positive thing.
Yeah.
We had a lot of positive feedback after, saying, when are you doing the next one? We can't wait. So, yeah, it was really good.
Superb. So sport is the answer.
Yeah,
there we
definitely.
Go. Welcome to construction sport.
Yes, exactly.
How about it? It all ties in. But that's exactly why we've seen it, and with every sport that we do, and we've been talking quite a lot about lately, and how every sport brings a community together. And then we was like, what is it with all these? We've got all these WhatsApp groups. There are far too many of them now, and they're growing. Another one just started today, actually, for a walk we've got a few weeks. So, there's usually another podcast, another WhatsApp group every week. But I was like, what's the common denominator between all these sports we're doing? And then it was like, it's the community they all build. Everyone in there is there because they're like-minded with these people who they don't actually know yet. Yeah. And then they come together, and we always try and get a group together. If we're doing, say, golf in a couple of weeks' time, we'll get the group together now and then get everyone mingling. Yeah. And it's always that kind of, I've had it on stag do's before, you spot the characters before you and the stag do starts. Yeah. So then someone comes in heavy and loud straight away. And then you know the people. And the rugby clubs are the same. Every rugby club, I've been to quite a few, have got the same characters. Yeah. Like they're just the classics of, the big lad, the skinny lad, the tall lad, the small lad. Yeah, all these different people. You've got that. It's just,
100%.
It's just all there.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you find that's just basketball was a big part of your life?
Yeah, growing up, it was a massive part of my life.
When did you first start that then? Because you've done all right in that by the sounds of it. You're going to get on
just a little bit. God, as soon as I started secondary school, so 12.
Oh, really?
I was always naturally sporty in primary anyway.
Yeah.
Netball, and played football with the boys. Used to play football at break time and all that with the boys, so I loved that. Yeah. And then going into secondary, it was basketball, netball were the main things. So netball district, basketball was county, then it was southeast, then it was England. Yeah. So
I knew I was talking to my sister about it as well, because she really loved it when she got into the basketball. I remember going to sit on these little benches on the side to watch her. Yeah, and she really loved it.
It was great.
So they didn't push. There was no men's. The boys did do basketball really, but the girls have really pushed it. The basketball side, fair play.
No, it was
you
really
get the
good.
right teacher, you're away. 100%.
Our coach was phenomenal. She was a little Scottish lady, tiny but
fierce.
Yes, yes, 100%. He didn't fuck with her, basically, excuse the language.
Go for it.
No, and it was military, but in a fun way.
Yeah.
And it didn't feel like a chore. You wanted to commit, you wanted to get better, you wanted to practice. And, we used to train all the time, before school, lunchtimes, after schools. Yeah. Every weekend there was a tournament here, there and everywhere. But our team, like I'm still in touch, and majority of them are still really good friends of mine from then. And we just created this. It was such a tight group. Yeah. And we used to smash it all the time. Absolutely smash it. Yeah.
Yeah. We did similar in the rugby at school, and now so I literally just 10 minutes ago messaged the lads one of his birthdays. It's his birthday, and he's got a twin sister. So every year, everyone says, happy birthday, Ross, and I always just say happy birthday to his sister, and not him. But it's all rugby, and we did the same. We had a close, tight-knit rugby team at school. It was the only part of school I'd done all right in, to be honest. Yeah, I wasn't academic whatsoever, but I like running into things. That was quite good.
I think sport is so important in terms of growing up, because it teaches you so many things that you can transfer into work, like discipline, like social skills, like being resilient, keep going, challenging, all those things that you can transfer into any job that you do. I think it's so important.
I had it with my son actually. A little while ago, we were playing cricket. He just started playing cricket this year, and just kids. He's sort of 7 now, and loves it. He's been brilliant. He's played tennis all his life.
Oh, yeah.
He was free. We got him just. My mum, his mum. Yeah, his mum, not my mum. His mum plays tennis. My wife, and she got him into it really young. Like, as soon as the kids could just play there, you just swing it. So he's doing really well with it. And now that naturally over to cricket, the hand-eye coordination. Yeah, even golf. Actually, really I've got to push the golf a bit more now. Yeah, because he can swing a stick.
They do say tennis players are great golfers.
Do they? Yeah. So, but he loves it. And I was talking to him about it with the cricket. That's like Benji, and he got to take. They do a thing with it when you get bowled out. You carry on, but they just like the best of how many runs you can make it minus. Like they minus it when you get taken out, whatever. When you get bowled out, and I was like, just remember, like you can, like when you get older and the game changes, you can practice all day, every day, and you go out there for a match, and you could be coming off within 20 seconds. Like it could be all over. And he's like, what? What? Yeah. And then he's really liking his jiu-jitsu as well at the moment.
Amazing.
He just literally said to me, I want to get into the competitions, Dad.
Wicked.
And he's not had much fierce fight in him before.
Right.
And now I'm like, oh, this is interesting.
Yeah,
it's changed. The cogs have changed a bit.
Yeah.
So I said to him literally, I watched the UFC quite a bit on TV, and at the weekend I said, Benji, I said, I said about cricket. I said, well, the jiu-jitsu is the same. I said, there's a man on there, Tom Aspinall. He's been wanting a fight for over a year now, and he's not been able to because the guy that he needed to fight is retired but wasn't telling no one. I said, but he's just gone out to fight. He's gone all the way to Saudi Arabia or Dubai, wherever it was. I think it's Saudi Arabia. I said, he's gone out to fight, and he's fought 2 minutes, and he got poked in the eye, and the game got postponed because he got poked in the eye. And he was like, what? I said, yeah, they've just called it. Everyone in the world has flown there to watch him for 2 minutes. He got poked in the eye and it stopped. And I was like, sport is a very young, you don't know what's coming, son. But so it teaches you so much.
Yeah, definitely.
It's just all the knocks back. And like I say, you probably see it in your day job now, isn't it? And when you deal with these things, deal with teams, isn't it?
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Yeah.
When I say transfer, it's exactly that in terms of teams. And you come across so many different characters. Yeah. And it's learning how to manage those characters and what their strengths and weaknesses and motivating them and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. So, and appreciating and learning to work with the ones that you clash with as well, isn't it?
Exactly. Because you're not going to get on with everyone, are you?
No, definitely
That's life at the end of the day.
Yeah, I've already found a real good insight into now, later on down the line, I still speak to a lot of people in the industry more who I have clashed with.
Really?
Yeah. Well, and I always think, is it something to do with that we stand up for the same things?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you're winning, and you'd rather be with those people than people who wouldn't stand up, wouldn't it? So it's got us in a bit of hot water a few times.
I don't believe that, Steve.
But it's all part of the fun.
Yeah, exactly.
But where did your career in construction start then?
Oh, God, 23 years ago.
23 years
that makes me feel really old, yeah.
You're a couple of years ahead of me on that 23.
one. It started with Multiplex, actually.
Oh, did you?
As a trainee. I had a one-day release doing H&D.
Yeah. What's H&D? I don't know that one.
Higher National Diploma.
Cool, yeah.
In construction management.
Yeah.
So I did that for 3 years, and then from them I moved on to Lang O'Rourke.
Cool.
And I was with them for 10 years.
Yep.
And then currently with MACE, and I have been for 11 years. So,
amazing.
Yeah.
All over the UK, just London area?
Generally, so I'd say 7 out of those years I've been in Knightsbridge area. So that's where I've started my career.
Yeah.
But generally in sort of high-end resi and commercial.
Cool. Yeah.
So my biggest one I'd say I've ever been a part of is Battersea. So I was on Battersea Power Station.
Was you? Superb. Did you have bricklayers there?
Yes, we did.
They incredible brickwork there, isn't it?
Oh my God, it's amazing.
Yeah.
Absolutely amazing.
We would, when we do a lot of walks in London, we always go past them.
Yeah.
So just look at the brickwork.
It's phenomenal, isn't it?
Yeah. Just
Absolutely
the amount of the bricks.
Phenomenal.
Yeah. There was thick walls there, I suppose. I'll take it in there for what it is.
So Bear Grylls laid a brick.
Did he? Yeah.
Because he bought one of the apartments, so he laid a brick on his balcony.
Oh, did he really?
Yeah.
Superb. Yeah. He doesn't do bad to himself, does he?
No, he doesn't.
He's
Definitely
American.
not.
It'll take over work a lot, doesn't it? That got in that.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Because there's a huge Asian market at the Battersea Power Station. Was there coming early doors?
So the client was Malaysian.
Malaysian, was it? Yeah. I remember buying off the plans, everything before it started.
Yeah.
I went to, before that all started, I went there for a snowboard competition.
Really?
They had, I wasn't in it. It was ski and snowboard, Freeze Fest it was called.
Right.
It was on Channel 4 or T4 or something like that. They done a makeshift snow jump in the middle of Battersea Power Station. It was on TV, and we got tickets for it and went. And it was incredible. And I see a set of skis that I really wanted, and I went to buy them. I went, I'm not lugging those things home on the train. So I went home and bought them online. I bought them at a shop near me. I asked them, I said, can you order this type of ski? But yeah, it was like, what? There's no ski jumping there. It was a proper snow. And it was like this thing was just set up. And obviously the budget, they had something in there.
Yeah.
And then it was just shortly after that they got to work on rebuilding it all. So, it's an interesting job. What did it look like when you walked into that job then yourself? Because that is some take.
Yeah, I mean, the large majority of the sort of the structural refurbishment was done because it was a grade 2, so a lot of it had to retain.
Yeah.
But I was leading the residential sector, which was on the top of it.
Yeah.
So there's 200 plus apartment and penthouses, all high end, and then below is your shopping centre internally, and then in one of the chimneys there's a lift.
Is
it goes
really?
up to the top. Yeah, you need to go.
That's cool.
It's great. It's
And
like
what's at the
Charlie in the
top?
Chocolate Factory. I'm not even joking. It is. Yeah,
I'm picturing the lad who got stuck in the pipe. I watched the other day.
So it's got a 360 glass lift.
Yeah.
So when you go up to the top, you literally can see 360 of London. It's amazing.
Really?
Really good.
Can anyone do that?
Yeah, you just got. It's
We'll get down
called
there. Yosh sent us.
Lift 101, I think it is.
Right, we go past this.
You got to do.
Yeah.
Christmas is the best time to go because they do all sort of ice rinks outside and igloos and food stalls. You know, Christmassy. So I took the family there. And
good at Christmas.
it's brilliant.
It takes a lot of flack, London, but London at Christmas.
Yeah, really
good.
Yeah,
is
so
cool.
well worth a trip, definitely. Yeah.
I'm going to give that one a go.
Really good.
Yeah, we finished over there. We went for a big walk with Phoenix Mechanical Electrical. And we finished at Battersea because they were on a job there at the time as well. I think at the moment, I think they're doing another job there.
Phase 2, are they?
Yeah, I don't know. It must be. Is there more going on there? Is there?
Several phases.
Is that part of the power station itself?
No, so it's another development next door to it, but there's loads of phases in that area. They've spent a fortune redeveloping it.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
So we went past there a few weeks ago. We had a big walk and come down the river, and there was a bar we finished at with Phoenix Mechanical Electrical. You come on that, didn't you, Al? That bar we went into at the end. There's quite a big bar. We keep speaking a lot about bars.
There's definitely a trend coming on.
The hydration establishment that we went into at the end is gone. It's shut down.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's
That's
empty.
a really nice place.
Yeah, I've literally been walking for 18 hours the other day, and I knew that was coming up. And it was shut down.
No.
Yeah. Oh, I was fucking fuming. And then I literally had to walk a good few miles past that to get. There's nothing over that side of the river along there for a stretch.
I was going to say it's just near the station, the power station, isn't it? All those bars and restaurants. But apart from that, there's nothing.
Yeah, the nice one that I really did depend on. Yeah,
was shut.
Oh, no. Yeah, we've been walking. We had a 24-hour walk.
Oh wow.
We walked 5 p.m. in the afternoon on a Friday with Bar Hal. With Bar Hal. They put together, one of their guys put together, 30 of us started, 12 of us finished. And a 24-hour walk. It was 100 kilometres, 63 miles, I think. And I've done a few. I've done a lot of marathon walks, not runs. That one will come next year. But I was like, I really want to do a 24-hour challenge anyway. And this guy who's ex-military works there doing all their kind of health and safety, but really looking at the development of people as well, was like, I'm taking everyone out for this military operation. And fucking hard.
Wow, I can imagine.
Yeah, and there's a lot of people who've not even walked a marathon before, but to walk for 24 hours as well.
What kept you going?
Hope. We just, I suppose it was, we just pushed on. I've done a lot of night shifts and work in the railway world and doing stuff like that. So I kind of knew in the night, I knew 4 o'clock-ish is going to be a struggle, but then I knew when that sun comes up,
then it's like
the
a buzz,
vitamin D
isn't it?
hits you. And you start, there is life. But it was hard. There was 2 people walking in front of me for about 20 minutes with their head torches down, and my head was standing there walking towards us because of the lights and the shadows, and I was so like thrown.
Yeah.
I laid down at 5 o'clock. We had the 15-minute break, and I laid down on tarmac straight away and fell asleep for 10 minutes. And then I woke up and I felt sick as a dog. I thought, I'm not well. And I was like, and my head was like, get in the van. You don't need to prove anything here. Yeah. You run the charity. You're not supposed to be out on every event that's going on anyway. You don't just call it a day. Yeah. And like, these voices were just saying, get in. And I was like, it's all right. I was like, I'm going to have to do it. And then I just went, right, sit down and have a cup of tea. So I went to sit down and have a cup of tea first. I sat down, a few sweets, a cup of tea, and just kind of shook me and I was back in the game. And I was fine again. But there was a few people who did stop like that.
And then couldn't get back into it.
And then the day after, I spoke to one of them, I was so pissed off with myself.
Yeah, they didn't carry on.
Yeah, but these things are just there, fighting. I'm no hero. I struggled on, but It was hard, but yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah.
It was Battersea. Was that 24 hours? So working night times?
That was, yeah.
I bet that was, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Did you have to get in amongst that? Or did you
No, I
manage to get
didn't.
away from that? Yeah.
We had like separate night shift team and stuff like that. So, but yeah, it was full on.
There used to be a waste recycling centre in there. We used to go tip waste in there as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we'll just go
But
in
it was one of those projects where I don't think you'll ever come across again.
there.
And even some of the ops that we had, that their great granddads used to work on in the
Amazing.
station. It was just history stuff like that. Was amazing. It was really good.
There's so much to be explored, isn't there? With not just construction in London, but there's so much. Well, especially when you look back at ancestry and stuff like that.
Definitely.
Yeah, to play that little part. My granddad, I think it was Tobacco Docks, I think, used to work down. So I always think I'd love to go down there and get amongst something.
Explore it.
Yeah. So what else have you been on then? What power station? The power station was one? Where are you now? What are you on?
I'm on job in Greenwich at the minute. But previous to that, I've like I said, I've generally been high in resi. So One High Park was another big one.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
199 Knightsbridge, all around that area really. So
There's a whole new world, isn't there?
Yeah,
Resi world? That's in my infrastructure background. Didn't really. It's only construction sport what took me into this world.
Really?
Into London.
Yeah.
And behind what looks like a normal building is a whole building site.
Yeah.
And that just getting amongst it and then going, shit, this is interesting. Isn't it? There's this whole
exactly.
new world of construction.
Yeah.
And the amount of firms as well. There's so many companies.
Definitely.
Did you work through COVID? Did you have much of a?
I did, yeah.
You made your power on.
We only had, I think it was 6 weeks off. You know, that initial where finally he was like, right, construction needs to shut.
Yeah.
And we had 6 weeks off, and then it was shift work.
Okay.
And then just accommodating that 2 metre rule and 1 in, 1 out and one-way systems. And it was a logistical nightmare, but yeah, it worked.
It's still powered on.
Yeah.
And you
Yeah.
just keep on moving.
Yeah.
Where was you there? What was that one?
I was on a job in just off the back of Oxford Street called Hanover Square.
Yeah.
And I remember driving, because obviously the trains and all that were a bit iffy. And I don't even think they were working actually. And I was driving through Oxford Street, and it was the most surreal feeling ever. Like there was no one.
Yeah.
I was the only car on the road. It felt like I was in a movie, you know, one of those films where it's just Celeste and there's no one there, and it was it was really surreal. But
there's some interesting YouTube stuff on there. Look at people going around London, just going and running cycling around.
It was weird times.
Yeah, it's just weird. I don't think they could ever do that again.
No.
Could they? I don't think we'd all fall for it in a way. Innit? So what was it all for? Who knows?
It was scary at the time, I think, because it was the unknown, wasn't it? And it was rapid as well.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I always feel like the country really wants to have these moments of trying to feel like we were back in World War II or something, in one of these where we all have to get behind each other and all have to really march on. You know what I mean? It feels like we were all craving something like
it was though, wasn't it?
Yeah, and then Hancock got hold of the wrong person in the corridor and it all went belly up, didn't it?
Exactly that.
It just all fell to shit. Well, a friend of mine was due to play rugby. Don Morris actually was due to play rugby for the Rugby Barbarians in the biggest part of his career, really, because the Barbarians, they don't get people from all over the world come to play for them. They couldn't get people from all over the world because of flights. They said, let's get the people who are here.
Yeah.
He got the opportunity to play.
Yeah.
He was going to play at Twickenham at this massive fixture against England, and then a couple of England players went out for a cup of coffee in Hyde Park and got a picture taken, and then the whole thing got put off, postponed. So he missed this opportunity, all because someone went for a cup of tea and didn't pay attention to the social distancing rules.
Yeah.
And he lost that. A lot of people lost a lot more.
Yeah,
but there was this stuff that just happened. I was cleaning toilets on the A12 for Costain. Yeah. I was a COVID cleaner.
Was you really?
Pretty much. I was down as a ground worker, being paid as a foreman, and actually just carrying a job out of a cleaner because I just need to do something.
Yeah.
I've got nothing
Keep
else.
yourself busy.
Yeah. I was doing night shifts on the roads. And that's hard work. The roads. The trains is good because you wait for a possession, you sit in your van for a few hours, chill out, and then the possession comes at midnight, and you work till 3, 4, you're done.
Right.
And I thought the same would be on the roads, and I got that wrong. And then literally went out, met at 8 o'clock, and then was like, right, going straight out, and then just straight out working till 5 in the morning. And I was like, fuck, this is proper work.
That is hardcore, yeah.
We was going lifting, cleaning toilets and lifting manhole covers for surveys for a big job. Because it was all this massive job was about to start, and it's all been canned since.
Is it really?
Yeah, they're supposed to be widening not the A12 and the A120. I think it will happen, but there's talks of it's like over these two roads are going to be combining. The projects are going to combine as one big project, one big package, and it'll be over £1 billion worth of work, like the A14 kind of thing now. And it never got going again. So who knows?
There you go.
I'm waiting for that one because it's right on our doorstep.
Oh, lovely. Very nice.
We need it. I need it.
Yeah, exactly.
The job you're on now, how long are you on it? Or do you kind of do the same period of time between these jobs?
No, I'm on probably till mid next year sometime.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, on it till mid next year. But
do you ever see many jobs as an operations director?
Yeah, quite a few.
Yeah.
But in the background, I also champion women in construction. That's one of my big passions.
Cool.
So in addition to the day job, I do a lot outside of it in terms of speaking and panels. So I'm at the panel for London Build this year in November.
19th and 20th.
That's it, and then various others that I get invited to in terms of just championing women in construction. It's something that I've championed throughout my career. So it's really...
Changing? Do you find it getting better?
Yes.
Same struggles?
Yeah. I mean, since I first started, massive changes.
Is there? Yeah. When did you kind of champion that kind of women in construction?
So I'd say probably majority within the last 10 years, definitely.
Yeah.
I think before I was maybe a bit nervous to do it vocally, just because I didn't want to be seen to be as poor me, I'm a female in construction kind of thing, and I wanted to be recognised for what I do as a job rather than gender change. If you're good at it, my mentality is if you're good at it, no matter what, then you should be recognised for that first and foremost. And then once I got over that sort of worry as such, and was starting to see evident changes. However, there's still a lot to change, I would say. I think a lot of companies are recognising that they need to do something, and they are all doing something. Unfortunately, there are some that are still doing it just as tick box exercises, I think. But things have massively changed. I mean, the last, I'd say 5 years, I've noticeably seen on various projects that I'm involved in and others, more females in construction out in the field. Definitely. That's
good to see that. Yeah, because a lot of them say can be behind the, kind of stereotypically behind the scenes, isn't there? But to have them actually out on the ground. And we've had it. We had a meeting the other week, kind of a few people in the background helping us. And I was 5 to 1. There's 5 women myself. I thought, what's going wrong? What's going on here? I mean, but like you say, you get people who help you doing things you do because they're good at it.
Yeah.
And it just happens to be, in my head, women are a lot more organised.
I would agree, Steve. I would agree.
But there is, isn't it? It's just kind of, Katie's behind the scenes, and Leanne actually as well behind the scenes, two girls of us, and my wife and my little girl at home. But just get shit done properly and organised.
Yeah.
Whereas I will just go and spray shit everywhere.
I think we have to,
Yeah.
Especially if we've got a family as well. You just have to.
Well, this is the thing as well, isn't it? The whole... Yeah, and I've seen that, especially when women have got kids. And the fathers, I suppose stereotypically you can say, the dads that go out there, all they've got to worry about is just go out and do their job and bring home. But for what the women, the mothers out there have to juggle. Yeah. And I suppose any single fathers as well, have kind of got custody of their children in some way. But it's a tough gig, isn't it?
Yeah.
Especially, and school doesn't change from 9 o'clock till 3, does it? This is what I try and get my head around, because I live next door to the school. I manage every now and then flexibly work around my home life a little bit now with what we do. Not all the time. I have a few weeks where I'll be consecutively just out the county and come around the country. But when I can do, it's lovely. But then I look at that and I see, the parents who are in there, guys and girls, who are literally in their smart attire or work, and you can see them panicking, dragging the kids along. And I'm thinking, that is pressure. Yeah. Isn't it? Do you have to drop the kids off?
So I drop them off.
How old are yours?
So mine are 11 and 14.
Cool.
So my daughter's just started secondary. But prior to that, it was a real juggle. It's still a juggle now, but even more so when they were younger, because it's just me. So dropping them off to breakfast club at 7:30 and then dashing to get the train straight into London. And if you've got meetings booked, you can't miss that train. You've got to get in it. And they're having a hissy fit before we get out the door. And, I've forgotten this or did this. Or do you know what I mean? And it's like, come on. I need to get my train.
Yeah.
So it has been a juggle. It's getting easier, I'd say, because they're becoming a bit more independent.
Yep.
So they get the bus back from school and stuff. So I haven't got that worry of, I've got to dash home to go and pick this and that. Even though when I get home, then there's rugby club or netball club or training or whatever. But So I don't really probably sit down till 9, half 9 in the evening.
Yeah, just what 10 minutes.
Yeah, exactly.
It?
Yeah,
it must be quite. What's the word? What do they say? It must be quite rewarding, comforting for another lady under your position. Well, yeah, someone you oversee coming in and family and worrying, and then you're there as a senior person, understanding. That must be quite comforting, and that's probably why women need to be in these roles as well, 100%. Isn't it? To understand.
I think it's visibility. Because I've had conversations, and I was there once. I remember when I was thinking about starting a family, and I thought, can I actually continue doing what I'm doing as a job? Because at the time I was getting in the office for 7 and I wasn't leaving site till 5:30, 6. And I thought, how on earth am I going to have a family and raise children doing that?
Yeah. It's almost sort of have a family or have a career.
Correct, yeah. And there was that initial thought when we were looking to start a family and everything. But thankfully I had my mum and sisters around that helped out a lot. I mean, my mum used to come around my house at like 5:30 in the morning. So we could get the train at 6 a.m. to go and do our day jobs. And without her, I don't know what I'd have done. And even till recent, she's still heavily involved with helping out with childcare with me because otherwise I don't think I'd be able to do it. But I think it is visibility for those that are wanting to or thinking about it, that it is still possible. And it is just about flexibility in the workplace. And it doesn't mean you're not good at what you do and the work won't get done. I don't think it's presenteeism that should be a factor. It's the output that you give.
100%.
In terms of your role.
We spoke to, I've brought this up on quite a few podcasts actually, good friend of mine, Wayne Tilley at RTG, he said that they were looking, they had a position that they want, a full-time position they would have filled, but they actually started speaking to 2 to 3 different women who could do that. Because like these women, a lot of them who can only do 1 or 2 days a week, are highly skilled, highly professional people. They just haven't found the right job, but what suits their lifestyle, what needs to be. So there's such a, and we've found, I think Leanne, who works with us actually in the background, on the groundwork side, she was back on the emails within like 10 days of having a second kid. And I need to, that's right. It keeps me mind moving, I'm fine. But you get this, the career-driven people as well, where they're like, my wife's a bit tired with the kids, and now she's just watched Victoria Beckham's.
Oh, I need to watch that. I've heard it's really good.
Yeah, and she's like, look at it, she's just got her shit together, this woman. Like,
really?
She's just like she's got that ethic, and my wife is as well, and she's come from working full-time, and she has no... she's got her own little floristry business and she helps her dad and that. But she says now, she's like, I've just realised this. I just need to get back to doing something. I need to just be able to focus. And it's so easy to put yourself down and give yourself some purpose as well, wouldn't 100%. It? Because it is not.
Oh,
an
I
easy
found
world.
that. Like, don't get me wrong, it was lovely having a year out of work. But towards the end of it, I was like, I'm sick of just talking about young infants and what they're doing lately. And as much as I love them dearly, I felt lost in myself. I didn't feel that I had my own identity.
That's it, and it's huge, isn't it?
100%.
I almost think that sometimes a bit like that old classic. Oh, if you won the lottery, would you sit back and do nothing?
No,
it's like you couldn't, could you?
No, I couldn't.
Yeah.
I need something to keep my mind going.
Piss someone off somewhere.
Yeah, exactly.
I can't sit and be quiet. I'll find a way, rich or not. So what's going on in the future? Where you on this job still? Do you know where you'll be after that one? Do you find that out? Is it kind of...
Well, there's a few things in the pipeline, in the background of jobs coming forward that we're tendering and working on. So there's options. There's always options. It's kind of like your preference, really, and what you want to do.
Cool.
At the minute, flexibility is key for me.
Yeah. And you get that with MACE.
And MACE have been really supportive. I mean, 3.5, 4 years ago, I wasn't in a good place, really wasn't in a good place. Was going for a divorce. And I'd just come off Battersea. So that was 100 miles an hour in terms of long hours, delivery, etc. And then I'd started a new job in Mayfair with MACE. And I didn't realise it at the time, but I think I was burnt out. And just, I was spinning so many plates that eventually they were dropping one by one, which wasn't me at all. And anyone knows me in the industry, it's just not me.
Yeah.
And they were subtle signs, and then as I thought, right, just carry on. You just got to carry on kind of thing, work through it. And then one day it just hit me. I went for a coffee with my PD at the time. And I think he'd noticed a few behavioural changes and stuff like that. Not that I had, but, and I didn't think it, I wasn't very open at work about what was going on. I thought I'd just keep it to myself and crack on and no one would notice. And it's just my personal things that were going on in the background at home. Don't bring it to work. Yeah. And then we went for a coffee and he just said, "Is everything all right?" And I just couldn't stop crying. And that's anyone that knows me as well. That's not me. I'm not emotional.
Yeah.
I don't really talk about my feelings. I just get on with it because you have to.
Yeah.
And then.
But you wonder what he'd done, didn't he?
Yeah. I mean, he was really, really great. And he was like, "Yosh, you're not okay." He was like, "Go and see a doctor. Take some time out, whatever's going on." He was like, "If there's anything I can do to help you, please let me know." And he was absolutely fantastic. And I went and
Is it amazing someone just asks you one question and doesn't realise it absolutely opened up your world?
100%. And he'd obviously recognised things that was not necessarily my performance, but just my behaviour and stuff like that. And I went to a doctor's and again, I couldn't stop crying. And he was just like, "I think you're depressed, burnt out." Because he was like, "What's going on?" And so I just told him everything. And he was like, "Yeah, you've got a lot going on." And I was signed off work for a period of time. And then they suggested therapy because I just wasn't sleeping. And now I realise sleep is a fundamental, whereas I used to survive on 5 hours sleep.
Yeah.
And think that was okay. Now I look back, I'm like, I don't know how I did that and function properly.
Yeah.
And then managed to get into therapy and was systematically just seeing my therapist weekly and then with exercise. And then that's when I found golf as well.
Yeah.
And that golf has been the only thing that has made me switch off.
Yeah.
I'm on the golf course and all I think about is getting that white ball into the little hole.
Yeah. And the golf course automatically shuts your phone signal down honestly, as well. There's nothing on your phone down. I can call it. Yeah.
I mean, I've always gone to the gym and everything, but even at the gym or I love spin classes, even then I'm thinking about things in the background and I go into this little rabbit hole while I'm doing exercise. Whereas with golf, I don't know what it is, but I just don't. I just switch off.
Yeah.
I'm out in nature, chatting away to the people I'm playing with and focusing. It's just brilliant. And those combined and with a load of support with friends and family, I managed to get back on track, but it wasn't good.
Yeah. But now you've got that balance.
Yeah, 100%.
So the balance also just shifted to work. But it's funny how you can just literally, I know exactly what you mean as well, because I got to a position where people were noticing that I was losing weight and I've never lost weight in my life. And I was just like, shit, I can't hide this anymore.
Yeah.
When that to about 2010-ish. And it's because I was, ulcerative colitis in my stomach and I tried to hide it. And that was all mental breakdown of your body, basically. Yeah, ulcerative colitis come on a few years after being diagnosed with post-traumatic stress disorder. And I just kind of kept it all. But then people were like, "You're not right."
Yeah,
and
something.
They
can just tell, can't they?
Yeah. And I was like, shit. And I had bruises that I couldn't get rid of. Like my immune system was just failing.
Yeah.
And I thought, because mentally, I was like, "No, I've got this. I'm absolutely fine.
Yeah.
I'll just get through it. I'll be fine. This bleeding, what's happening will stop itself."
Yeah.
And I will just, but my body was fading away. I was like, and then you get to that point, shit, I can't hide this anymore. I'm going to have to do something or say something.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then suddenly therapy, again, the therapy started construction sport 100%. My boy was born 7 years ago and I was losing my cousin at the time. She passed away of bowel cancer at the same time my boy was born. And I always remember thinking, I should be crying because I'm from an emotional family. We cry at everything.
Yeah.
My dad looks like Ray Winston, black cab driver in London. Fight everybody in the world if you can.
Yeah.
And got no patience for anyone. No fuse whatsoever. And then 2 minutes of Sound of Music, he's crying his eyes out.
Brilliant, I love it.
So that's the kind of guy. And then I was like, so my wife, as I remember saying before, don't cry when we get married. It'd be embarrassing in front of everyone because her dad's tough, stern man, never show that side. And then I stood up to my speech when it bawled my eyes out like the whole time.
Yeah.
I was a bit pissed as well, to be honest. But when my boy was born and my cousin passed away, my emotions just weren't there, and I wanted to cry, I suppose. I thought I would, and I always felt this numbness to myself, and I was like, something's not right. I didn't know whether to be happy or sad with obviously what was going on in life. And then someone, Mark Eastwood, who does our therapy for emergency cases now, he just dropped into my inbox on LinkedIn and was like, we do this treatment for people who've gone through trauma. If there's anything we can do with your network and the people with what you're doing, we'd love to help. And I was like, I can get a freebie here. I'm going to take this. I was like, use me as case study number 1. And
I'll be a guinea pig.
And they sent me a bill, the bastards. But I did. I kept it all to myself. I didn't tell anyone I had it. Went into London, had it. And then I'd done 3 sessions of this type of therapy they had. But I started jogging. I want to get back into my jogging. I was jogging for an hour at a time, once or twice a week. And I noticed I could run for longer and run faster times by listening to the audios I was given for this therapy. And I was like, what? And then I just got into this world like, there's something more to this than just, I've just sat in a room talking about my feelings. Yeah. And then then I went back on site and then I was like, this ain't just me. This is everyone. Yeah. And then I just got to this point and like, they were like, what was it? 3 and 4 will suffer, blah, whatever the figures were. I actually removed myself from them now. But I was like, I don't care who you are, what you are. Trauma can, if it hasn't hit us already, it's going to hit someone. You're going to get a phone call saying you've lost a dog or you've lost a loved one or something's happened. Or you might cross the road and someone in front of you gets hit by a truck or so. Just something traumatic can happen at any time. And the fact that we ain't educated on this stuff as a society to go, look, when this stuff does hit you, this is how and that's, I'd love it to teach the youngsters and it like what trauma, that's deep, but like what trauma is really.
No, I know,
and understanding
or
this.
being open about that they can speak openly to people and there's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah. And even like breathing techniques, isn't it really? And obviously the benefits of fresh air, isn't it? What you've
definitely
found with golf. Yeah. And that is therapy, isn't it?
No, 100%.
Yeah. We use it and I do it all the time.
Massively helped me.
Yeah. I said to people, do get a lot of people say, Steve, when you do these walks, do you like encourage the conversation around mental health and stuff? I'm like, that's the last thing I do actually. Yeah. I actually don't.
It's just being with people and just talking about anything and everything. And sometimes it naturally does go deep, but then other times it just can be about anything.
100%. Yeah, 100%. When you walk into and there is something about it, I've said before, it's shoulder to shoulder. People talk openly about stuff because you're not eye to eye.
Correct.
Encourage the big demanding podcast of ours. Like but there is the thing with it, and that is kind of.
We should do one playing golf. Steve.
That can be done. 100%. Yes, definitely. But there's like, I'm not a big open one, but I sat down watching my boy at jiu-jitsu the other day and was talking to one of the dads there, and we were just sat on the sofa, but watching our kids. And he started talking about a thing. He went, fuck, I had a tough year last year. And then I said to him, fuck me, so did I. So I stripped my kitchen out last year and didn't realise I couldn't pay for the one I needed to put back in. Yeah. And I did. And I was like, shit. And he went off. But it is that, fuck, I went on my own then. Yeah. I was like, So it is that, I don't want to push my problems onto you, but 100%. If I can find out you've got them problems as well, I'll feel better for it.
No, definitely.
Yeah. And there's a selfishness to it. We have to, when we promote, I do everything like this and everything we do because it makes me feel better. Yeah. And it just happens, it helps other people as well, doesn't it?
Definitely.
But
you do a great thing. What you guys are doing is fantastic.
You're trying to. It's taking a bang lot of drums. But it's working in all these other industries like military, police force, fire brigade, the sports side. Yeah. Construction's not very alertive to changing and getting behind stuff.
It's still old school, that side of things, isn't it?
It is, isn't it? And it's so... what's the word? It's so it's just not one. It's so many different parts to construction, like you say about the fit out world that you put in the infrastructure of mine. Yeah. Whereas military is just like MOD, pay all this money. There's one part. And we've noticed that even in construction, you've not got one overriding umbrella, and you've got the leadership council do what they do. You've got the CITB does what that does, but it doesn't oversee everything. Yeah. You know what I mean? And we need that. And that's why we're pushing as much as we can to go, look, can we all get behind this for the right reasons? Because people need help. And you must see it all the time now, must you? With other people. Like, you can recognise it. You're that person taking a bit of coffee and going, are you okay?
Exactly. And that was, I didn't take my own advice because I used to do that a lot and make sure I was very aware of people's behaviour changes. And I remember when I was trainee and my line manager at the time said, everyone has a story. You just don't know what their story is. Everyone's potentially going through shit in the background, but they don't bring it to work. But it's our job to recognise any behaviour changes or whatever, and to reach out and them to feel comfortable to open up. Yeah. And I've always remembered that, and it's something that I maintain wherever I go in whatever project I'm involved in my team, etc. And it's noticing those little changes and having your 5-minute catch-ups or whatever, even if it's just a quick coffee or a conversation, like you said, a walk or whatever it may be, just to check in and make sure they are all right.
Yeah. Different, they say take them out that setting, take them off site, isn't it?
Agreed.
We actually said that, talking to someone today actually in London, we said the same thing. So, right, we're going to do this event, we're going to do it this way, and then once we're done, we get the fuck out of there, we take them elsewhere, and we go and have a bit of downtime together. We noticed with the walks and everything we've done sport-wise, you take them away from it, titles disappear.
Yeah,
you know
totally.
what I mean?
Everyone's just a person then, aren't they?
Yeah, 100%. And you've got labourers walking along with directors like that. And we've seen that. Kia's, Phil Hobson, the senior project director, walking along with a scaffolder.
Yeah.
And they were walking along chatting like mates. Yeah. And you go, in any other career-based world, they wouldn't be seen together. And then,
but why is that?
Yeah.
That's what I struggle with in terms of, everyone's got a title, but that doesn't define them as a person.
No.
And everyone on a project is just as important as the next person next to them, because without everyone, we can't deliver and succeed. Yeah.
I was walking past Chadwell Heath station. We walked to Costain HQ on a walk in 2016, first ever event we done, what got this whole idea moving. And we went into Costain's head office at Maidenhead. And they said, sorry, we're not expecting you today. You can't come in. And I was like, we're employed by you guys. We're walking for Crossrail, walking across Crossrail every station, raising money for Macmillan, the charity of the company. Sorry, it's not down that you're expected to be here. So we got, and they were, can you come back in a couple of hours? I was like, no, we've got we've got to get to Heathrow by that certain time. So we walked on, and then fair play, the project managers on the Crossrail project, the part of the project we were on, rung up the office and gave them what for, and was like, do you realise that these people are doing for you guys, and you've just treated them like that? Anyway, 2 days later, I got a phone call the day after, Steve, there's a call happening tomorrow at board level. Yeah. They want you to call, they're going to call in with you. This is up before Zoom or Teams, it was just a conference call. And then the lady who rang me on the phone, she said, I'm going to put you into the conversation, I'm going to connect you to the conference room. And just to let you know, just to be careful with your language. And like, started telling me how I should talk. And I was like fucking, at this point, 80, 90 miles into a 100-mile walk, absolutely fucking annihilated and exhausted. Yeah. So I was like, okay, no worries. And then I got put forward to the call.
Did you drop the C-bomb straight away?
I went far off. And they literally just said straight away, they went, hello, Steve, are you there? I said, yeah, I can hear. I remember I was walking between Chadwell Heath and Romford Station. And it's not the best place to have your phone out anyway, the best of times. Nice, so I was holding on for dear life. And they said, how are you getting on? And I literally just said, I'll never forget. I went, I'll be completely honest, I'm completely fucked. And they just said it out loud. And I could always feel this lady as the call, like fear. And then they all burst out laughing. Like this whole boardroom of people burst out laughing. Yeah. And then to that day, that's when I just thought, you're all human beings, guys. Like, stop kidding yourselves. As if we're all like, because you got a big suit or because you're in a nice office. Yeah. I mean, like, it doesn't matter who you are. And I think that to me was just I've not really been ever worried about talking to people anyway, but that really ironed it out for me, that it doesn't matter who I have to go and speak to or what we talk to. We're all human beings, isn't it?
And it's treating everyone the way you want to be treated as well.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of people out there that unfortunately because of their title, they treat.
How have you found that as a lady? I'm going to push into that one. When people come on site seeing a lady in a senior position, is there the typical cliche against that? Like people go, "Where's your boss? Where's the guys? Who's the guy running this?"
Do you know what? I've not had that. Touch wood. I've not experienced that. And I'd say throughout my career, majority of people have been really respectful.
Yep.
I think personally, and talking to other ladies within the industry of a similar career pathway, you do have to prove yourself, unfortunately, and go over and above to ensure that people are aware of your capabilities.
Yeah.
But once they recognise that, then
you throw a few facts into people early doors and
when it's needed, definitely when it's needed.
Are you powerful on site? Do you get in there? When if I go on site, will you completely change? Go, Steve, come through here now.
I am told that I've got a presence actually, and when I come on site, people kind of nervously shy away or shit themselves.
Good.
But I don't sparingly use language here, there, and everywhere. It's just when it's needed. Yeah. And when I need to use it, then people know that it's serious shit. Yeah. Basically. And I think that's more effective rather than that you get some leaders that are all the time dropping it. And
people don't know when you come and go with them, do they? Yeah.
And it's just an everyday thing, whereas I only use it when I really need to.
And that all goes back to the people, isn't it? No matter who you are, what you are, wherever you've come from, people want people next to them when shit hits the fan.
Yeah.
People will go, right, now we put our socks up now.
Exactly.
And knowing when that button's pushed, we pull together
That's
now,
it,
isn't it?
And also recognising...
That's the best part about construction as well, isn't it? When it gets that serious shit as well, isn't it? Then you really see people's true colours.
100%.
And then
the team players, definitely.
Yeah.
Team players.
Who shines in, who doesn't.
Exactly.
Who's making the next job?
Yeah.
Well, it's that time, isn't it?
It is.
I was in a meeting actually Saturday. I won't say the names, we shouldn't have been there, but I was in a meeting. We had a 3:00 meeting every day, progress meeting on a big civils job, Thames Water project. And I was in there and we got cuts and they said, right, is everything ready for tomorrow morning? Has this been done? Has this connection been made? And my senior foreman who signed off the works manager who signed off my timesheet every week was like, yeah, that's been done. And I was like, that ain't been done. And I was like, yeah, concrete will be coming in tomorrow at 7, so we can crack on with that. And I was like, that ain't been done. What's he mean? I don't get this. And I didn't get it at the time. But after the meeting, I didn't say anything there and then. But I went out, I was like, Kev, that's not been done. Yeah, but it will be by 7 tonight, won't it, Steve? I was like, oh, shit. And it was like, and we had to connect, I can't remember where it was connected, some ducks under the sidings. And it was deep and it was pissing with rain and the temporary works weren't in place. And it was a place, later on now in life, it was one of those points of, I'm going to have to breach fucking everything with the book here to get this done.
Yeah.
And I was like, I had guys below me as such, I was overseeing guys and I was like, you're going to have to get in there. And I was like, I can't put them in this hole either and I was like, I'm going to take one for the team. So I went down at camera shit and it was dangerous and I get that. And trust me, health and safety, I would have been off the job tomorrow. But it was like, you got to do what you got to do. But then because of that, he didn't know the dangers I like to put myself in a way, but I know shit, this just needs to get done. Yeah. And I'll make him look a right tall in front of these people.
It's not done.
And he'd really helped me to that point as well. You know, you think, I need to pull my socks up for you.
Yeah.
And again, and Alex says at the time as well, it's like, don't have to be the best at it, just be willing to fucking put your foot down and go, right, you were having this.
Exactly.
Do you get a lot of concrete pours and stuff on the job? So you're involved, you're in there after, I suppose,
yeah,
aren't you?
I'm not
stuff?
really,
you miss all the good stuff.
The concrete,
you make
boring
things look pretty.
stuff. It's just pouring concrete, isn't it?
I said, that's the stuff exciting. So, the concrete and then the sparkly bits at the end. You put doors and hinges on things.
We make it look pretty. Yeah.
Especially around Knightsbridge, though.
Yeah, definitely. High-end finishes, I love it.
Yeah, that's a different kettle of fish.
100%. Yeah.
There is, how do you even do it in terms of snagging and not twatting a chair against a wall when things are finished, isn't it? That's always the fault of that. Even being a removal man, the fault of having to take furniture for a door frame and scuffing things.
Yeah.
Literally fucking anxiety. That's all. I can feel it getting clammy. And wiping. Having clean boots.
Yeah.
This whole world. Yeah.
Overshoes, cleaners everywhere, and
but
protection.
It's an art, isn't it? To that part of it. I think
that you laugh, but the last 5% is the fucking hardest.
Yeah, I could imagine in terms of just fucking.
Because I think when you're doing the mass building, unfortunately, some people don't think of the end product.
Yeah.
So if just get it in, just do it. So it's about mass production and meeting program and everything. And then when it comes to the end, in terms of i.e. snagging and stuff, it's a difficult one. It's challenging sometimes, especially in maths as well.
Yeah, a little plug. You might say that sounds good. We're interested now, but a company which started come on board with us last week, Spraylat they're called. They spray or paint on a chemical over the windows and all the seals and everything you've got on a finished article. Yeah, and then you peel it off after.
I've
cool,
seen
isn't
that.
it? Yeah,
I've seen that. It's
when
really
I spoke to them about it, I was like, that sounds like the perfect world.
It's great.
Yeah,
really
to
good
do
stuff.
that, to protect it. So I know I need it if I'm on site, but
We've had that before, and I had it on Hyde Park where, because they had gold leaf sinks and stuff and baths, that's what they did. They sprayed all of them because naturally during construction, all that sort of stuff gets scratched, and then you protect it with Corex, that lifts off and everything. So they sprayed it all with this product, and then at the end peeled it off, and it was brilliant. Yeah,
it makes it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So you are literally doing gold-plated stuff around Knightsbridge, aren't you?
Yeah. I mean, the one in Mayfair, the spa area had gold leaf monkeys and stuff like that. It was ridiculous, I
asked for it. I'm sorry. Let's have a construction sport HQ. One
it was
day.
Ridiculous, though.
Is it? Yeah. So, and these clients can't be easy to work.
No, they're not. I mean, a lot of them.
Or the client's client.
Yeah.
The owners behind it.
We normally just see the representatives. Representatives.
Representatives.
So we normally just see them, the client reps. But in terms of the want, obviously they want over and above because they're paying serious money for it.
Yeah.
So
And anything's possible, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, in their world, anything's possible. So is the architects, frustratingly.
Yeah. And you've got to find.
And then we look at the drawing and go, no, it can't be built like that.
Yeah. And then, how do you even, that's what gets me, like the pricing of these things, isn't it, now? And for companies like yourselves as well, how do you even bid for this stuff? And it's just bonkers.
Yeah. And there's obviously tier 1 competitors, and you know who you're normally going up against. So it's program and price, basically.
Are you engaged with, say, your bidding team early doors, or like?
I haven't been, but we've got several bidding teams that are.
So you can go back to them and go, how the fuck did you do that? I can imagine that conversation. Awkward Christmas dinner. Yeah. Just kind of, it's going to kick off.
Exactly.
One more wine.
But no, they do a great job.
And the QS, I suppose,
in securing the projects and winning them as well.
And there's a lot of detail to it, isn't there?
Oh, we have teams working on those jobs.
Yeah.
When we get a spec and exactly what is involved and price and everything, there's teams working on it. Logistics, materials, program deliveries. What's
the kind of one job, especially in this area of West London, because I've done a bit over there, but not probably to the level that you guys have. What's the one day you've gone, okay, anything can go. Yeah. We've seen certain, it's just now nothing takes you by surprise. You know what I mean?
I think the first time I experienced that was probably Hyde Park.
Was it? Yeah.
Because that at the time was it was meant to be the 8-star high-end resi job in London, and it's right on. It's got the one Hyde Park postcode, and the penthouses above oversee the one W1 Hyde Park. Well, yeah. And that was the first time where I thought, this is like there's big nothing. End. Yeah. Yeah.
So you do on your CV as such, you specialise in that high end.
Yeah, that's the majority of what I've been involved in.
Because you don't realise how many. I'm getting into this world. I speak with the recruitment companies that support us, speaking to them about even like the facade stuff. You'll get a facade project manager. Yeah. It'll just be like someone whose job is just the facade of it, specifically to that point.
Yeah, because of the logistics and QA side of it, and alone that is a job and a half, especially if you're doing big projects.
Yeah. So as operations director, are you overseeing project directors? You are. Yeah. You're overseeing them as well. Yeah. So you must have some interesting conversations.
Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah. No,
so it's a big team. So how many is in the average team that you're working with on these high ends?
I'm working on small projects at the minute, but it can be anything depending on,
numbers in small. What's a small project? There's still be
20, 30.
Oh, is it? Yeah.
Battersea was huge though. We had, in terms of MACE staff, I want to say nearly 200 probably.
Did you really?
I mean, daily footfall on Battersea at its peak was nearly 10,000 people.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Jesus. That's Hinckley Sizewell stuff.
It's one of the biggest projects I've ever worked on. I mean, where our cabins were in terms of the offices, it was a 30-minute walk to Battersea Power Station.
Really? Yeah.
And then the logistics around the whole project was unreal.
So I remember walking over there. I was working at Victoria substation, just on the river, on the other side. And I walked over to Battersea Power Station, and there was a new station went in, didn't it? A new tube station.
Yeah.
And it was all opened up.
Yeah.
They dug it all, exposed it all, put it in, tunnel up, and then backfilled it, didn't they? Yeah, and I saw that. I thought, Christ, there's a bit to this.
Yeah.
10,000 people there.
At its peak,
Yeah. That's mad. Because we cycled Hinckley to Sizewell last year, and Hinckley was like, our peak's 13,000.
Wow.
And then Sizewell's going to be pushing towards the same
over
the next few years. But to think that's in big open land, not in central
the logistics
London,
was crazy.
West London, South West London.
Because we didn't have much land surrounding it for material.
Yeah, stuff going out on barges.
And we were kind of in between other resi projects going on as well, and it was quite the logistics was a nightmare, really.
Yeah. And there's multiple contractors in there.
Yeah.
Take it.
Yeah. Hundreds.
And everyone's on each other's toes.
Yeah.
And then you've got to keep TFL happy, I suppose.
That's it.
Logistics. Well, that's again, the transport. Yeah. Have you got site managers overseeing logistics?
Yeah.
That side specifically as well, I take it, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, on that project, there was several project directors just in terms of different areas of the job because it was so vast.
I feel sorry for the person that at MACE has to oversee the tickets that get coming through the parking tickets. My wife has that on over me. Have you seen what's come through again? I was like, you've been to London last week. I can tell by the amount of envelopes come through the door. I'm like, shit, yeah.
Is that the congestion?
Your congestion. I'll change vans, and that van, I'll hire a van, and that won't be. And then I'll go to Dartford Bridge in a different van.
Oh,
and then,
God, Dartford Bridge. It doesn't have the toll anymore, does it?
No.
I've done that.
Pain in the arse.
I forget, and I'm like...
I'm forever moving vehicles around as well. I'm always something different. And I haven't added that one to it then, obviously.
Oh, no.
And then the one come through the other day. Oh, the parking even out here as well. And I was like, I've fucking got that somewhere. And I went in there. I was like, no, it's not on there. I was like, fuck. And I was like, how have I done that? I go through the little slips in. Because even you get to pay this machine and put it in the van. I was like, how have I not done that
physically?
Yeah, I definitely did. I think I would have got it wrong. But it's a nightmare, isn't it? And this is London, isn't it, for a whole? We've really seen it on our groundwork side with what we do to one side. So my time is now predominantly the charity anyway. But when I was pushing the charity, the groundwork side a bit as well, I was like, we're fighting to work on these jobs in London, do stuff there for like small margins.
Yeah.
And it's going to take one parking ticket to write off a couple of guys going to work on a day. The van's going to get broken into. We're going to lose our tools. Is it even bloody worth it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then the ULEZ thing, you can't buy an old beaten up van
I
anymore
know.
and just drive into London.
Yeah, that's changed things, hasn't it?
Yeah, so now you've got to pay an extra charge if you do that. Was it an extra 17 or 20 quid? Whatever that is, just for the ULEZ. And then the congestion charge on top.
And that's not going down, is it?
No, 100% not, isn't it? Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? You think they just go, we've got enough now, it's clean enough, let's crack on.
Yeah.
Are you all eat? Do you have to, is there, I suppose no one really drives into work.
No, it's all commuting, really,
They have electric car policies at MACE?
We do, yeah. Not that I've ventured into it. I'm still not a fan, really, if I'm honest, because it's all this charging thing. And, if you want to go up to, I don't know, Lake District for the weekend, you've got to stop off and charge it several times.
Yeah.
So.
We've spent the last 20 years of construction, I know, about how to remove cables on the ground. And now you walk down the fucking road and they're all across the street, isn't they?
Exactly that.
On the walk last week, coming across the bucket through London, we're just stepping over wires.
Really?
Yeah, along the walkways in London. It's crazy. However, when this podcast goes out, I'll have an electric van. So if you really? They're the greatest things. Yeah, we're getting into the market with Kia.
Are you venturing that way,
are you? Well, it wasn't by choice. They've come to us. Kia are getting into the commercial. Here's a little ad for them, actually. Kia commercial have got to come into a commercial range.
Right.
And they've got in touch with us and they want us to drive it and see what we think. And
cool.
they're giving us one.
Oh, brilliant.
So, we're teaming up with a company called Acorn Motors.
Right.
And they've literally said, can we give you a new van that's coming out? The battery lasts twice. I'm saying this because it's what it says in the book. It lasts twice as long as the current vans do.
Yeah.
Because that's what a lot of people are struggling with at the moment. I think I spoke with someone last week. I saw it with Volkswagen Transporters. We're going really cheap. I was like, why is that so cheap? It's only done like a few thousand miles. It's an electric one. They've really found. But this is the future. Apparently.
It is actually, isn't it? Yeah.
So when this podcast goes out, you might say, then ring me personally and say, how was it going?
How's it going? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm going to do that, Steve. Don't you worry.
But I'm looking at it now. I'm like, okay, I've got my whole motor in life now. I've got to change. I've got to look at different ways of, obviously, where do I go charge up?
That's the thing.
Yeah.
You got to look at charging stations and on your route think, right, I've got to stop off there and what if you forget?
I'm really looking forward to the challenge of, this is it. Like,
exactly.
Yeah.
Driving along and suddenly, computer says no.
We don't have lampposts where I live, let alone having charging points. So, it was just, I've got you one set up at home. We will see how I transfer into that world. I've also been looking at some, because my little boy was just like, my missus was like, you got to get a car or something just so you can take the kids out if she's got the car. And I was like, I'll find something. I found myself looking at like massive engine pickup trucks, going for like a few £1,000 just to kind of balance it out. I thought, surely I've got a little bit of leeway now. If I'm doing all this good stuff during the week, I can blast
You can have your
out.
boy's toy.
Yeah, I'm not asking for big. All I want is some big truck with a massive engine. I don't care if it's 20 years old. I just want to start up and the whole street knows. Because I've been quiet all week. Are you able to put all the charging points into the projects now? Are you doing?
Yeah, we do. We do now, yeah. It's a given, isn't it?
Are you measuring on it much in your side of it as well in terms of the business you're going green, net zero stuff?
Yeah, sustainability is massive. It's huge. That kicked in a good few years ago, and we as MACE have sustainability managers and leads that, they delve into that world of how we can be greener and the carbon footprint and all that kind of stuff.
So your clients, you'll be kind of being measured on that.
Yeah, massive.
So I've always found interesting because I know the civils world, the infrastructure world, where it's taxpayers' money, I suppose. It's funded differently, isn't it? So a lot of them, like, they have to see it. And I've almost seen this, not so much different to it, different ways that it's being done. Some call it ESG, some are calling it just social value in itself, aren't they? Some would still call it CSR. And it's kind of, we were like, I'm still trying to understand the whole landscape of construction as a whole, but it's
huge.
It's going that way, isn't it, in 100%. Some way? Whether everyone will be electric, who knows? But and will it be net zero? Who knows? Every government that comes in changes that.
I think as long as we all try and make a difference somehow.
Yeah. We went and cleaned up some roads. Actually, Will works with us, who's at the moment. His first shift, we went out litter picking, and he was like, "I'm supposed to be a graphic designer. I'm like, fucking litter picking." And but we started looking at litter picking and going out and doing some, and we are going to do it again once the new van comes through as well. We are going to push more of it. As maybe once a month or every other month, just go out and do one. Because a few of the companies that work with us said, "Steve, if you're going to lead that, can we just send a few of our team out to support you?" So I was like, "Cool." But then we started looking into the amount of plastic that's getting into our waterways, and then the amount of water that we're consuming, what is taking particles of plastics in it, and how we're effectively drinking this stuff now. And then we even looked at the waste material that's on the roads, and construction material being the highest causer of accidents on the roads, basically, in both terms of rubbish and debris on the road. Construction is like one of the main reasons for it. Just the bits of timber and nails and
they're falling off vans.
Yeah, just come off vans and full of trucks and stuff. And I was like, shit. So when we started really looking into it, I was like, oh, this whole just picking up a bit of litter. I was like,
it's grown, isn't it?
There's a lot more to this, and you can see it. And I really want to push on the sustainability stuff for what's here in the UK. I spoke to a few, maybe companies what probably weren't as kosher as they kind of come across, but I was like, if you put your money over here, so that at the back end of Barbados, they're putting a new vegetable patch in. If you donate your ESG money over there, this is where it goes to. And I'm like, well, we'll take your carbon footprint and look towards that, and everything was always overseas. And I was like,
no, we need to do
think
no.
This. It's all about planting trees in the rain. I get that. But I was a bit like, well, why don't we look after our own 100%. Beaches in a way?
Definitely.
And see what we can do. I'd like to put a good emphasis on that. But you almost want to do and it's one of those. If we all do a little bit, it was cool. But
definitely,
being a bit greedy, I'm like, but what can we do more? What can we do? Like really, we can. Hit
it's worrying because you think of when our kids are older.
This is it as well, isn't it? Yeah. And the job role, they reckon a lot of the job roles, and they're for our children now, so he was a little bit older, but there won't be the job roles that we're in today.
Yeah.
They're all changes, isn't it? And I think people fear that, don't they? They think, computers are taking over. It's like, no.
Yeah, and I think
but jobs are just changing.
Trades, maybe, I don't know how things will go.
The machines lay bricks now, can't they? See that?
That's what I mean.
That's pissed a few
people
off.
In terms of that point, I'm not surprised. But I think it's definitely getting harder to find good tradesmen these days.
Yeah. Especially when you look at Battersea Power Station. Who done the brickwork there? Do you know? The company was.
I think it was Pyramid.
Pyramid.
Maybe.
Okay,
Pyramid.
Yeah.
But like your stonemasons, they're few and far between.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Trades like that are really got an art, and it's not just crash bang wallet. They're really hard to get hold of.
And we've seen it, especially in London, doing groundworks and drainage, deep drainage. You'll have a back-ended sewage pipe somewhere, and it's all formed in brickwork.
Yeah.
And it's like art. And you're like, this has been made.
Yeah.
And it's like ceramic bricks, and it's just unbelievable with all the curvature. Everything was on there. What's been backfilled over time, and known that this is just purely for sewage.
Yeah.
But someone, like the people back in the day, still had the pride and passion to create that, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then the 70s come along, and the 80s come along.
Good old 80s.
Just put concrete up. If you're walking on, it's like the Barbican that you walk around that, you're just like, cross, this is a bit bleak, isn't it? You know what I mean? There's a bit you go down the South Bank as well, you walk along there, and you're just like, this is quite offensive.
I know, yeah.
Like, where did it go wrong? Who got government balled this bit in it? But I'm sure they thought it was the future then,
at the time, yeah.
And then a lot of glass coming, didn't
That's it,
and then, but bring back the brickwork. We've done a lot with Super Trowel. Have you heard of that? Super Trowel? Super Trowel, the bricklaying competition in the UK.
Right.
It's pulled together by 3 individual guys. One of them, you got Joe, Jack, and Ash. Ash is a site manager for a bricklaying competition, for a bricklaying company in London. I can't remember who he's with. But he's just a senior bricklayer, basically, overseeing at site manager level. Joe was a bricklayer. He invented brick jackets, what is effectively a a ton bag what you put over your bricks to keep them dry.
Okay,
He
yeah.
invented it called brick jacket. So when you load all your bricks out, you get the little bags, and he's got the patent to these bricks have been made to cover them up.
Brilliant.
And his dad and granddad were all bricklayers, so they've all come through the ranks. And then Jack was a bricklayer for a short period of time, but was straight into the college stuff, and now he teaches at the colleges.
Right.
They then had this idea. There's a bricklaying competition in America called Spec Mix 500, and it's a bricklaying competition in Vegas in the middle of a desert.
Yeah.
And they were like, we could probably do this. Ash was the kind of the instigator to it. It was like, we could do this in the UK.
Yeah.
And let's see why not. So went out this idea of creating it. He had a big community of bricklayers anyway online, the Bricklayer Social Club. And he was like, let's find out who the fastest bricklayer is. And it was all about the fastest to a certain quality. Not necessarily the best and prettiest brickwork, but it's just like who can get the most bricks down within certain tolerances. Yeah. There's a lot of commotion this year about it and whether that should be, how that standard should be recognised or whatever. But they've created this competition. I went to it 3 years ago. It was in a little college up your way, actually. It was Hertford College.
Oh,
Not too far, is it, from you?
No, it's not far at all.
They had it there. Went really well. The year after, they end up going up. They might have had a few hundred people there. The year after, they got over 1,000. I can't remember the exact numbers. They went to a place at MK Dons, called the Marshalls Arena, Milton Keynes Stadium. They done it there. They had 1,000, 1,500 or 2,000, something there. And then this year, they went to over Coventry Way, even bigger place. There's 3,000 there.
Wow.
And it's amazing. It's like a big exhibition / competition, and there's a real buzz in the room. And people are all there because they want to be there, and they're all, and you've got the key people who are bricklaying. A lot of them are influencers from the influencing world, and they've got into it because of that. Yeah. But they're like, there's youngsters in there. Like they've just done one. They showed it this week. Actually, there was something online about teaching the youngsters, and all these kids were doing bricklaying competitions in their garden, and that's just who could do it. But these are young kids.
That's great.
And then people were, these young kids, literally young teenagers or late even primary school kids, were at Super Trowel this year asking for photos with their heroes, like these guys. And it was like, if there's money going to be pumped into the future of construction in terms of trades, it's like they're in there. And they had a college course there as well. There was the fastest I'm not sure, it was fast apprentice or something like that. And there was a couple of guys, there was a couple of girls, there was one of the girls involved as well, and she was great. And then those college ones then help out hoddying and do that. They're the fastest hod carrier. Yeah. It's just such a buzz. And you think, Christ, this is not just bricklaying, is it? There's more to this.
It's awareness as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
To the youngsters and making them aware of what roles are. Yeah, 100%.
People earn good money as well, don't they? You stick your head to it.
And I think there's unfortunately like a misconception with construct that it's not a good potentially career or you don't earn well or monetary values, etc. But there's so many different opportunities. It's not just on the tools. If you didn't want to do on the tools, there's loads of opportunities in other areas.
We just touched on it. Sustainability, transport management.
That's what I mean.
There's anything.
Media, marketing.
Yeah. Podcasts.
Exactly. Yeah, there you go. Construction sport.
But this is it, isn't it? And everything's there. And that's why we've got to promote it, haven't we? And I think that's the whole branding construction, isn't it? And if we can get people looking at construction, I always say about Red Bull, if you look at what Red Bull does, it's a caffeine-based drink. I don't like it. It's not healthy and whatever and all this kind of stuff. I have the odd one every now and then when I'm walking through 4 o'clock in the morning, walking through London. And I don't mind it like that, so I don't drink it often. But what they do with their branding and their marketing and what they get involved with sport-wise and how they promote like the high-energy stuff. And they engage with this audience of people who want to see this high-level, high-energy stuff. And they bring that through, and that's why they're so successful. We've got so much cool shit in construction that we can do. Imagine if you like the Battersea Power Station, if you'd be showcasing like different ways and the cool stuff that goes on. Yeah, concrete pours, all that stuff.
Not about
cool. But there's so much to be done, isn't there?
No, definitely. It is definitely awareness. I think, it's proven that I think in the lower education sector, maybe these roles are not what's the word? Not identified or not made aware to the youngsters, etc. in terms of different roles being available. And I remember my career day, I was naturally talented at sport, so I always thought I was going to go to Sportway. Yeah. But I remember on the career days, it was kind of a doctor, nurse, hairdresser, or it'd be a plumber, all those kind of things. But it wasn't. I don't think the education was there in terms of other roles and other opportunities for females in those areas, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, it's easy. Just they look at you as you come through the door. You'll go over there. You'll go over there.
Exactly. Yeah. Whereas now I'm really keen on getting it to the younger.
Do you do any mentorship programs? Is there in construction?
Yeah, there is. So MACE do lots of mentoring. I'm involved in the mentoring the youngsters.
Do they? Yeah, that's interesting.
So we
I'd love to see that. I didn't realise it because I've been speaking to lad today in the insurance world, and he said he mentors for a number of 22-year-olds that he's working with at the moment. And he's in his 50s, I think.
Yeah.
And he said I love it. He said he really enjoys it.
I do.
Do you? Yeah.
Yeah, it's a way of giving back.
I think we need to do it because I've actually said at construction sport. Well, I'd love to have a construction sport academy.
That'd be amazing.
The academy looks at just supporting these youngsters.
100%.
But not from not it's called more the mentoring side. You know what I mean? Just being like that. You're right. Where are you?
Yeah.
In the life, what have you got your next job lined up?
That's what I mean, and that's all it is. It's when I mentor. Yeah, it's guiding them through their career pathways. But also it's just checking in and make sure they're right. I said, don't ever feel that you can't pick up the phone to me and say, you're free for a chat, or can we organise a meet or something like that?
Yeah. Because these people, you don't have to work with them full time, do they? They're always in the same company, do they?
Well, I was mentoring a young lady last year, and she was in Peru.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Paddington. Paddington
That's
Bear.
a great film, by the way.
Is it just?
Great film. No, but she was in Peru. So we used to have Teams calls, and managing the time difference was a bit tricky. But no, it was really good.
I'm trying to think what the auntie's called now. In Paddington. I should know. I watch it fucking every day at home.
I've not seen it. I don't know.
It's a great film.
What a film. It's in the recent one, the new one.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah.
But it just does show it. These mentors, you can do it. We're going to do this. We ain't got much to do, have we? I don't put much on our plates. But yeah, a mentorship program where people just reach out to people. And that is literally what we're trying to do with all the groups that we've got. It's like, lads, if any of you get laid off or you don't know where fucking your next job is, just let us know.
Reach out.
Yeah, well, some recruitment companies that get involved with us anyway. So they'd have something. And most of the time, as long as someone's willing to turn up on Monday, they'll take them, wouldn't they?
Yeah, exactly.
And there must, even at most aspects, there's always positions there, isn't there?
Yeah.
And just people being flexible with them. And then, do you guys get it in-house as well? We do the things if you recommend people through, you get what's not like kickbacks, is it? But I know Costain used to do something with it where, I don't know, I'm going to kick back financially. It was like, he will give you incentives to pretty much bring people through. So basically cancel out recruitment agencies, really.
I know we used to. I don't know if we do it now.
I haven't seen that recently.
I don't know if we do it now. It was
They're
years ago.
not allowed to tax.
Yeah, probably. It was years ago.
Effectively, isn't it?
Yeah,
From the
you never know, do you? Yeah, exactly.
So it goes on. Bring back the mentors. We need to. Yoshimi, your name as well. Is it Japanese?
It is, yeah.
Yeah. Yoshimi.
My dad's Japanese.
Is he? Yeah. What brought you into the UK then?
My mum. She's English.
Oh, is she? Yeah. Where from?
Essex.
Yay!
She is, actually. She is.
Is she? Yeah.
Harrow Wood.
Oh, is she?
Yeah.
Where did they meet then, if that mind me asking?
So my mum was a dental nurse.
Yeah.
And he was doing her teeth.
Oh, really?
And then
loved her smile.
He asked her out for a date, and that was it.
Really?
Yeah. And then they moved, because my dad worked abroad.
Yeah.
She moved abroad with him. So we was abroad in Japan and Singapore. So I was born in Singapore.
Oh, was you? Yeah.
Till I was 3. And then unfortunately they separated, and Mum came back with me and my sister. So,
okay, yeah. Amazing.
But I want to take the kids to Japan and Singapore and see where I was born and my dad's family are from, that side of their heritage.
Yeah. Oh, it's so important, isn't it?
Definitely.
To literally understand where you come from.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yoshimi. Yes. And Yosh. Everyone knows you.
Short,
does everyone call you Yosh?
Yeah.
That is the name. Yeah.
Only my mum calls me Yoshimi when I'm in trouble.
Yeah, look at that one with the old
Stephen.
Stephen.
That's it.
Yeah, with a PH. Superb. But we spoke about Ed Sheeran, listening to him today, and he was talking about how he recognised himself as an Irishman, actually, because his family are actually Irish. But he's very much English, and he'll wear his England shirt and football player and all that. But he's very much in touch with the fact, I know that my culture, who I am, is coming back from Ireland.
I think it's important, definitely.
Yeah. We've got Kerslake's actually Cornish, of all things.
Hey.
A lot of people think there's some kind of Eastern European connection to it.
So, question.
Yeah.
Cream tea, what do you do first?
Yeah, I know.
Jam?
What's this gone? It's I would go strawberry on top. It's strawberry, isn't it? Strawberries and cream.
Yeah.
I'd go strawberry on top. What is it? Because the Cornish do it different to Devon, don't they?
I don't know. That's what I was asking you.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not
cream.
I'm not that touch my culture.
Oh, there we go, Steve. I thought you was, mate.
pasties. And you had the thick crust because the miners hold it. No, you know that much. But then we have it. Then Dad looked at it. I think I had some German. There was German connections who were Schneiders. Back in the early 1900s. We haven't looked too much into that yet. I don't know if we should do. Might be a dangerous podcast to look into that one. And then there is also Sharkies and O'Neills from Ireland, Donegal, and the Donegals are known as the tunnelling tigers. And done all the tunnellers and ground workers and that kind of world. And I was like, that's interesting. Yeah. So, yes, they might have been, my fate might have been sealed before I knew it.
100%.
So, I was destined to be a ground worker maybe because I do like it. Yeah. So, so I want to get over there and have a look at that. We've done a lot of work. We drove vintage tractors from London to Donegal last year.
Did you really?
I got to Liverpool and I'd come back for a wedding and the boys went over to Ireland.
Wow.
There's 30 business owners really kind of from the transport and construction world that done it for us.
That's amazing.
They supported us and the charity over in Ireland. They raised £110,000, I think it was.
Wow.
Yeah, it might have been 120 grand. Yeah, it was huge. And they split between the two of us. It literally saved us last year, big time.
Wow.
Liam O'Malley at Hunter Plant Hire, absolute legend for what they done. And Paul O'Donnell for Pod Track. It was hilarious.
Really?
It was unbelievable. It was just one of those, like, you know, when you just find good people and you think this is what it's about. Yeah. They got in touch with us. They said, Steve, you were at a golf day and you spoke about, probably the same way I spoke at CITB. They said, we really want to support you. We're driving tractors. And I was like, okay, no worries. So I drove up to his yard about a week before. I was like, look, I'm going to be able to come with you. My brother-in-law's getting married on that date, so I can get the first 3 days with you. Yeah. From London to Liverpool. And is that
how long it took?
It might have been longer than that. We've done Liverpool to Northampton or something like that, and Northampton to Birmingham. Yeah, it was 3 days, 16 mile an hour.
I was just about to say, because I ever said
hungover, like heavy.
Did you have a good playlist going on?
No playlist. I did nothing. You've got to be a bit one with a tractor, Yosh. You've got to be one with a tractor.
No way.
And literally a heavy night the night before. But I wasn't planning on being part of it. I thought with the charity going to support another one, I'm not one to say no. And we've got on the track. I've gone there to the yard in Rotterdam, North Circular. Just down from Mill Hill, and literally I've gone in the yard, and Liam's pulled his tractor out. He said, Steve, that's actually quite fast, that thing, isn't it? And he's like, yeah. He said, I said, expensive. He's like, 3 or 4 grand, probably spent 7 or 8 grand on it since. It's, decent, 1970s, Matty Ferguson, and no cab on it whatsoever. And it's just, it is what it is. And I was like, he went, get used to it because you'll be driving it. And I was like, what the fuck? What's going on here? And I was like, no, this is your pride and joy. It's been a lot of money revamping this thing. It's shiny as you like. Yeah. And now I've got to drive it. So I did drive it the first day, but I met him at Northampton. I went there at the start, took my boy with us. I drove to North London, showed him all the track. Everyone in the whole Irish community come out in North London at the Claddering, it's called, big pub there. And the street was like a fair was going on.
Really?
Yeah, and everybody got going. The videos were amazing. Oh, amazing. All got going. They went on. I was out with the family that day, so I went around the family. I said, I'll meet you all in Northampton tonight. I got in this taxi. I got a train up to Northampton on a Sunday night, so the service was shocking. I got in a taxi then at the end that took me to this address where this pub was. And it was on the back end of like an estate. Right. And I was like, where are we going? Like this taxi. And I walked into this pub and it was like 11:15. I went, oh, cool, I'll catch you in. I'll catch one drink with these guys. And then we can chill out and then get ready for tomorrow because it's going to be a big day. And then 11 o'clock come, bang, the door shut, big bolt went across, lock in, and I was like, oh, this has just took a turn. Come out of that 3:30 in the morning, back on the tractor at 8 o'clock in the morning, got to the next pub that night, and then again.
Same again.
And what they'd done, they literally got in touch with Irish pubs that they knew or had connections to along the way and said, just that you know, 30 people plus the support vehicles are coming, say 50 of us are coming. We need a transport yard nearby. We can park up. Yeah. We need to get. Then we've got vans that can take us to the Premier Inns. We've done it all in. But they said, just that you know, can you please put on an evening for us? And the pubs knew, right, I can cash in tonight. A Monday night and then a Tuesday night, different ones. And they done everything. It was amazing. It was really like that Irish kind of, the way of it was, right, everyone's in the pub now, keep them in here, don't let them out. Yeah. And it was like, then the local lady come down the road with massive pots of stew.
Really?
And I found it as well, because I've not been involved with that Irish community too much like that either. And they literally put a bit of plywood across the pool table. Yeah. And then a massive pot of stew went on with dumplings and bread. Oh, amazing. But then everybody, and I think it's that whole of the guys are working away and respecting that the lady there was mothering them in a way, and they've not had that while they've been away. And everyone naturally just formed a queue, was hugely respectful.
Yeah.
I wasn't allowed to literally purchase a single drink. The tables were just loaded with drinks, full stop.
Really?
They couldn't do enough for you.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, I'm not sure if where's my tractor gone? It's disappeared. Or someone just took it to put diesel in it, Steve. And they fill it out for you. And like they couldn't support you enough.
Yeah.
And they were not just me because we run a charity with each other. And it was like this whole thing. And then I went to a wedding. I come back for a wedding, and I remember I found a jumper on the floor at the wedding. And then I was like, guys, someone's left their jumper. And then mates and I was like, I don't fucking know who it is. And just give a shit. And I was like, this world of like English bastards. I was like, last week, these Irish community guys, they would have been like, everyone stop, there's a jumper here. And then this culture of just, London, the lively lives that we've got here, just ain't got time for anybody. And then it really just married up the communities of people and like how we operate. And we take a lot for granted, I think, where we are now, and it's just all too fast paced.
It is definitely. Sometimes you just got to recognise to slow down, haven't you?
Yeah, 100%. What's next? Basketball or golfing? Any basketball anymore?
No, golf is the main thing now. So I've got, we've got a big event the end of November that Claire's actually helping sort out.
Oh, really? Yeah, cool.
So we've hired the whole of pitch in Soho.
Brilliant. Yeah.
And it's a networking event and also championing women and allies in construction who are making a change.
Amazing.
And doing something about it rather than talking a lot, which I think there's quite a few out there.
Yeah.
And just recognising those that are making a change. So Claire and Sue are on the panel. We've got Girls Can Build, which is another thing where a company called OCL are getting into schools and kind of targeting that age range and making awareness of construction.
Yep.
And then we've got Construction Pathways also on there who are allies. And
they
supporting.
came to the night.
Yeah, they came to the night. They were sat at my table, actually.
Yes, because I was speaking to those two guys there, wasn't
That's
it?
it, yeah.
You wanted to come to the event, and we had an event the same day in London.
Yeah.
You said, can you come to this? I was like, I'd love to. I just can't be there.
Yeah. So they're championing it as well. And then it's not just a women's event, it's men as well. So we want to...
You got a date for that, you say?
28th of November. It's a Friday.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
In central London, 5 p.m. till 10. Canapes, drinks, and then we're doing the ticketed money is going to go to charity.
Okay, yeah.
So it's a networking evening, but a fun social one as well. Of if you want to get involved and hit a few golf balls, you can.
Yep.
If not, it's just celebrating those that are making a change for women in construction, basically.
Amazing. I know the 27th I'm doing so. 28th I'll check my diary in that one. But
it's a Friday, so it might be tricky for you. I remember you saying the Fridays are tricky, aren't they?
Yeah, 3 o'clock on a Friday.
But if you could support us on socials or anything, that'd be great.
100%.
Steve. That'd be really good.
Yeah, 100%. I'll message Cara because I don't know if Cara isn't.
That'd be great. Yeah.
To get her along, or just get you to meet to speak.
Definitely.
I know she speaks. She was at an event with Carrie Spots and Over the other week.
Oh yeah.
So she said, I've just been talking to Carrie about you. And oh God.
Oh really?
Yeah, it's a small world.
Oh, because unfortunately Carrie's departing us.
Yeah, she left. Is she gone yet? She on a notice period, I suppose.
Yes,
at the moment, is it?
Yeah. Which is a big loss. So
she's been brilliant for me.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie. Yeah. She opened the doors. Like,
did she?
Just to say that if you want to chat about something, the door's there. And we haven't done anything really together with it. I spoke with the leadership council stuff. I've stepped away from that because it was getting to me a little bit.
Yeah.
And they've got their way. They want to go about it. We've got ours. And it is what it is.
Yeah.
But I moaned about a few things a few years ago and ruffled a few feathers in the wrong way. But she was like, right, we've got a problem coming, let's have a coffee over it. And I was like, that's what I'm asking for. You know what I mean? That's
exactly.
And she has been. I've been a couple of times and she's always said that. She knows what I'm like.
Yeah.
She knows who I am. But she's always said that if you want to moan about it.
Yeah.
And I've gone to her a few times when stuff's come to me.
Yeah.
With regards to her job and what she's doing and Mace himself. And I said that, by the way, I've just had this come through from us. I ain't going to go online about it, but this
by the way,
is the situation. I want to be here to use me.
Yeah.
If you want to know, a lot of people let us know a lot of stuff. And, we want to improve the industry.
No, 100%,
so,
definitely. That's
she's
what
going
it's about.
Heathrow, isn't she? I think she said.
I don't know, actually.
Yeah, I was talking to her. She was at an event the other day, I think. This podcast about by then. We'll check it there. Make sure she's going client side.
Yes.
Heathrow is what she told me, wasn't it? So
I was aware she was going client side. I wasn't sure where.
Stuart Wallace.
Yes.
Stuart, because Stu's been on here.
So
he's great.
I met him about a year. I just started playing golf actually at a golf charity day.
Yep.
And I don't know if he'd just started or it dropped out and come back in, but he was in the beginner section with me. And then, I see he does a lot.
Yeah, he knows his stuff, doesn't he?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. I heard it was my fault. I was supposed to be podcasting with him, and he went, "Yeah, you ready for tomorrow?" And I was like, "Shit, I've completely forgot my days. I can't do it. I'm sorry." And I was like, "Oh, I'll repay the favour. Come down to our studio. We'll record your one, and straight after we'll record my one."
Yeah.
And they've got it there. And we spoke for an hour and two on his one. And then we went for a bit of lunch, spoke for an hour, then we come back and done another couple of hours. It was mad. We just done the whole day just chatting. But so much conversation.
Yeah, it's good.
He's doing a lot of great work, and
really good.
He's switched on with his role, and he's really getting into him and listening. And I obviously recognise it from the trades and the supply chain that he works with, and all that, and understanding that. I was like, wow, it's the stuff you have to deal with, and keeping everyone at the top safe, keep protecting the company, isn't it, with what's going on in that supply chain. Anything can be going on. As the industry quite clearly showing a few times, but. Yeah, I like Stuart a lot. There's a lad who works for MACE over at Heathrow, Northern Irish lad. He mentioned, he goes, he's always running. It's all about you. What about you? And that's his LinkedIn, his Instagram name.
Is that it?
Yeah, and he's forever goes for a 9-mile run around Heathrow, and he does a satellite. He's got a satellite kind of through Strava. Is it Strava? Is it you got through that satellite thing? Yeah, and it shows it, and he maps it out on Strava. And it shows his route. It goes around the airport.
Really?
And I messaged her, said, "I'll come for a run with you, so I need to get back into it and get my mileage up. But I'm going to go meet him for a run, and so we'll go together, a little run around Heathrow." So there'll be no drones watching us on that one.
9 miles. God, that's a fair way,
it's a little trek, isn't it?
Yeah,
that is some. But but he's been pretty cool. I was just mentioning that. He said, "Yeah, when you're ready." I was like, "I'm going to get training back up again." I've done my back the last few weeks. I'm struggling from walking, but I'll get out of him. Do you have much liaise with Mark Reynolds? Because Mark was on the...
No, I don't.
He come in. He was at the Get Construction Talking event the other day. It was fair play.
I heard that went really well.
It was really cool. For me, it was cool. It really mapped out where we are today, really. Yeah. And I think we've got a group of kind of working group formed off the back of it.
Right.
What's really interesting, that's kind of coming together. We've got a big meeting on Friday with it, actually. About the legislation piece, really.
Oh, okay.
It's interesting. Mark wasn't all for it. I can kind of get it. He doesn't want to go down the legislation point of view that we've all got our own moan about all day. But he turned up and, put his thing about there. I thanked him after. So thanked him for just allowing me to ask him some questions. Yeah. Because I haven't been given that opportunity before.
Yeah.
And I get it when you get people turn up, and especially when we've got people like myself in the audience, you think that we could be grilling people. But I just want to chat to people. You know what I mean? I'm everyone's friend, really. I drink coffee with anyone or a Guinness. But the event was really good. It was really eye-opening. Procore kind of laid a lot of the day on. There was a few sponsors behind it. Obviously, Fred Mills, who's heading it all up, and B1M. It's really started something, I think. There's a few people. You've got Luke Hands come along, Dr. Luke Hands.
And that's a massive thing, isn't it? It's getting things started.
Yeah, 100%.
And getting people engaged and wanting to be a part of it.
So we've got a real problem now. Like, we are working in a world where no matter if you take your own life, the health and safety executive says it's a personal issue and not a workplace issue. You know, like, that can't...
How does that work?
No, and like, well, you got all the duty of care, you got all this, you got all that, but not one mental health related suicide within the workplace has ever been investigated. Yeah. And that's the HSC told me that face to face with Kerry. A few people witnessed it. They said, no, we haven't, because it goes to a coroner to be looked into. Right. The coroner will give you the reason for the way that person's taken their own life, but won't give you the details and what led them to make that decision. They don't look that far. And we've got evidence of this stuff happening, multiple ones now. Yeah. And you think, how can we, not just construction, just employment law.
But exactly.
You know what I mean? And just in the workplaess.
Stresses of work.
Yeah, you think it goes on. Heart attacks that are happening for young people. Like, it's yourself suffering. There's other things that have come from because of stress and what stress does to the body. And where people, lads we know, but even today, when a guy I spoke with, he played golf with a guy 3 weeks ago. He's just found out he's literally got weeks to live. And like, this stuff happened. Brain tumours take people in no time. You're like, there's a common denominator here about these people who are dying young with these conditions. What when we were kids, it would have been granddads, that kind of stuff, for having that stuff. You know what I mean? Or nans and granddads, they suffer with that, not us. Yeah. But now, and maybe it's when we get a bit older and stuff, and you realise it, and especially when kids are involved in it, you get a bit more conscious of this stuff. We need to last forever, so we hydrate ourselves full time with construction sports water. Yosh, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having me.
M25. Is there anything we've missed? Do you want to get across or anything?
No, I think you covered it well, actually. Yeah, mate.
Get through it all. Get through it all. You're on LinkedIn, aren't you?
Oh, I am. Yeah, LinkedIn. Yeah, a bit lively over the next couple of months. As I said, London Build. Then we've got our Ladies Can Golf, Women in Construction networking event. So please, follow.
I'm part of Drivers Golf. Golf Society was just kind of formed this year. And I'd love to take you along to it.
Definitely.
Get involved.
Yeah.
Get along.
What does that involve? Apart from playing golf?
Just the golf, really. Just the golf. It's really good. They've put out 4 or 5 events throughout the year, different places around the country. A lot of it's been from Milton Keynes kind of area, not even south of that. Around where you are.
Yeah, we've got some lovely courses.
We just went to Ipswich a few weeks ago. That was really cool.
Was it?
Purdes Heath, it's called. Really nice course there, not far from Clare. So next day's a bit of Clare, so we've got to go to Purdes Heath.
Purdes Heath, because she spoke about Stoke by Nayland.
Yeah, I've not played there, but I've heard of it. Yeah,
because we were looking at, we're looking at holding an event in spring.
Cool.
Up that way.
Yeah.
So she suggested Stoke by Nayland, but I'll say the other one.
that was really nice. Purdes Heath, Ipswich Golf Course, Purdes Heath.
Yeah.
So someone said to me, it's Purdes Heath. I was like, just said Ipswich to me. Yeah. But, and then we done one over in Kent. So it's all around, but there's no big membership up front of thing. They just kind of, there's a group of people who are construction related. Yeah. They just put it in there, put the dates out there, and say, what one do you want to come along to?
Yeah,
it's
definitely
really good.
Be up for that.
Yeah,
Steve.
so I'll let them know. Get in touch with the group.
Yeah.
I'll let them know. And they're really nice guys. They're all different people from across the industry, really.
Yeah.
We need some women representation in there.
Is there many women?
No, there's not, and that's exactly why we need you in there.
I'll be the first one.
Yes. What's your handicap?
I love it. 19.
Oh, you won't get in with that one. You're better than me, put it that way. I've scraped my way in there. Don't worry, you'll be absolutely fine. Yosh, thanks a million. Safe travels.
Thank you so much for having me, Steve. Really appreciate it. Nice to chat.
Thank you.
Thanks.